What's up, comic peeps? Detroit Madman's back, and check it out. I got some weekly pickups. I got a couple eBay books, and I have my haul from A1's awesome Halloween sale. They did 50% off all back issues, and averaged about 30% off on the wall books, which is absolutely awesome. I hit it pretty hard. Did the Sac location, then went ahead and followed that up with Roseville. Pretty sick. I'm gonna dive right in. You won't believe the prices on some of this stuff. It was just one of those days where I kind of wanted to concentrate a little bit on Marvel. Been doing some big DC hauls in the past, and the last few weeks I've said, you know what, I really want to tackle this Marvel stuff I want before the end of the year. So worked out pretty good, I think. At any rate, here is this week's pickups. I had Hip Hop Family Tree 1 and 2 finally come in for me off of special order, so I was happy about that. Read issue number 1 last night. It was awesome. I love the style in this book and the old school feel of the page quality and art, and just the way that it's overall style is so cool to me. So I got those. So I got 1, 2, and 3 now on those. And then I picked up the hip-hop variant for Extraordinary X-Men. I picked up the Scotty Young Drax variant. Picked up that Deadpool number 1, the hip-hop variant on that. Howard the Duck. I was after the Gwenpool variant, and obviously really tough to find. Hopefully you guys got it. I know my brother was able to pick one up in the Bay Area, so hats off to him for getting that. Everywhere I went, just wasn't happening. So I did pick up the hip hop variant for Howard the Duck number 1. Got that Gwenpool appearance inside. And then a couple picks of the week. Very short printed, small print indie title, Niobe, She Is Life. If you see this, check it out. Pretty cool, and you know, it's one of those books that is going to have a small print run, so you might want to take a look at it, either from spec, opportunity, or just to have a pretty cool story. And then, boom, my pick of the week. Check this out. It's Ex Mortis by 451. 451's had a really hot title just about every week for the last few weeks, and I think it's going to continue for the next couple of weeks, so be on the lookout for that studio. And this book right here is crazy. This is like some Nazi war monster stuff. I mean, it is absolutely wild. Black and white inside, and just, I thought it was drawn pretty incredible, so check that out if you get the chance. And my buy of the day, I was stoked to see this. Actually saw it at 2 of the shops I went to. One of the shops had it for 20. It's the 1 in 25 Deadpool number 1 variant. As you can see, I got that for $6.99, so I was stoked about that. So that'll do it for the new pickups. Now, I'm going to show you my haul from A1. Pretty much, as you can see here, this cost me $300, so keep that in mind while you're looking at this. A lot of these books, it's a 100 book haul total, and it cost me just over $300. So I've got average $3 into each one of these books. Totally amazing to me. Some of them I got as cheap as $1, and I did not pay more than $5 for a single book. So actually, I take that back. There was 3 books I paid more than $5 for, and I'll show you those when I get to them. They were wall books. So first off, I picked up that Iron Man number 80. It's just a beautiful cover. It actually it's signed by Milgram and Kirby down there, so I don't know what Kirby had to do with this, but maybe he was involved in the pencils at some point. It does have a nice Kirby look to the face and body, so we'll see. I'm going to look that up, but that's Iron Man number 80. Just beautiful book, and that was like $1. So I think this was a couple bucks. It's Invincible Iron Man number 57. Another amazing cover. Got that Mandarin. Actually, the Mandarin looks kind of crazy on this cover to me. They gave him so much muscle and everything. I've picked up a lot of his Silver Age appearances recently, and he's kind of a smallish wizard type looking guy, and then he comes out and he's Mr. Buffo on this, and I thought that was pretty funny. And I remember this comic. I think I had this when I was a kid. So Iron Man 57. Next up, I was stoked to find this one. Iron Man number 60. Beautiful condition. You can see how white the lettering in the title bar is. And that was only a couple of bucks. Decent action cover. And I love that silhouette in the background, that looming feeling. It's another cool looking bronze comic. And I was happy to pick up quite a few cool bronze issues in this haul. I've been really focused on silver lately, and to find some nice looking bronze books was cool. I really like the bronze. They grew on me after I started collecting again. At first I was turning my nose up at them, 6 or 7 months ago, and now I just can't wait to find the next cool bronze issue in the back issues. Another decent looking book. It actually isn't too bad condition for a couple of bucks. Iron Man 58. Alright, this one, I love this cover. It's Iron Man number 71. It's 25 center. And check out that. That is a cool Iron Man on the cover. So I was happy to get that. And then I haven't had these in the past. I didn't get issue 337, I believe it is, which is his first appearance. But I got these for like $1.50 each. So I said, went ahead and picked it up with that Beta Ray. That's pretty cool looking covers, actually. So not too bad there. Both of those for $3. Moving on to Thor, picked up issue number 300. I love that cover where he is tossing the hammer directly into the view. So cool. One thing I hate about when I look back on comics from when I was a kid, and these came out when I was definitely collecting, I hated when they put these advertising banners at the top of the comics. I hated it then, and I completely hate it now. But every time I see one, it dates me to like, 5th or 6th grade or whatever I was in when these came out. So I was stoked about that. And then, like I was saying, a lot of the bronze books in Marvel have this border where it keeps the art in a square. And I've seen this in several titles, including this Thor. So this is Thor number 200. Fairly decent condition. I was happy to get this. Only cost me a few bucks. Great cover with Loki. I love when Thor's swinging his hammer like that. Thor is a character I did not care much about at all when I was a kid. And as I've collected more and more in the last few years, fell in love with the title. So, which leads me to this. I got issue number 138. It's a little faded, but it's intact. It's in definitely good condition for the fact I paid $5 for it. And got that knocked off the list. And I like that cover. Cover just, I think it's pretty dope. And next up, issue 142, Scourge of the Super Skrull. I think this is a duplicate. I wasn't sure. My list may be incomplete that I had with me. But at any rate, I still picked it up. And really decent artwork on the cover there. Alright, check this out. This is one of my favorite books that I found. And this is the Tales to Astonish number 91. I love this cover with the Abomination. How cool is that? It's a great book. Alright, so one of the reasons that I went to the SAC A1 and tried to bum rush that quickly was because I knew that they had put out a huge run of bronze X-Men, in mid to lower grade, and it never comes up, no matter how often, and the stuff I find all the time is great, but no matter how often I search for X-Men in any of the back issue bins out here, this area for me has just been dry. I can find issues 150, 160, 170 up consistently, but I can't find anything from Silver or early Bronze Age. So I was stoked to find this. It's issue 74. And none of these I paid more than $5 for. Most of these I paid between $3 and $3.50. I'd say $3.50, maybe $4 for. So this one is Cry Holocaust, and it's issue number 74, 20 center. I just love the cover on this. Like I was saying, these Bronze Age covers just grew on me and grew on me with those solid bordered cover arts. And then next up, I've got issue 75. I think this one cost me $4. It does have a pen mark on it. Somebody wrote the number 27 and one of the X's there lightly. But again, it's a great looking issue. Tons of eye appeal. It's just nice to finally have some of this old X-Men stuff in my collection. I'd almost given up on it. Really, it's been 6 or 7 months and I haven't found any of it up to this point. And at the conventions, people charge an arm and a leg for this stuff. I have never even searched for it on eBay, so I don't know what it goes for. It might be fairly accessible on there, but for me, in the wild here, in my area, this is a gold mine, what I was able to find. Next up, issue 77, another nice looking X-Men from the Bronze Age, and love the cover art on this one. It's got that border like I was telling you about. That's 20 center, issue 77. And then next up, I thought this was a cool cover. It's issue 84. I'm not really familiar with these. Like, I never collected X-Men as a kid outside of some of the key issues that were in the, 40 or 50 cent range. But this is cool. I love the cover on these. That's issue 84, and this is after they went away from that bordered look from the early Bronze stuff. Still a 20 center, but I thought that was pretty cool. And I think this one was only like $2, $2.50, something like that. And then this one here, I think I paid $4 or $5 for this one. It's issue 85. Really cool cover. X-Men on there is really tight. Here's the action cover now. We're going to move. There was nothing for the next 20 issues. And then I found a 105 in there. I think this one was $2. It's kind of banged up. It's got a banged up corner and a couple color breaking creases here and a multitude of dings on the spine. But check that out. It's got Firelord on it. And just laying waste on all those X-Men down there. Nightcrawler's all jacked up. So that's pretty cool. So we moved into the new X-Men at this point. The next one up I found, this one's cool, is issue 111. Has a little crunch to it. I guess it had some moisture at one point. There's a few waves in the texture of the cover. Not bad though. Color is amazing on this comic. It's that circus guy. I can't remember what the deal with this was. I remember it was pretty significant with this carnival atmosphere type stuff back in the day. So Storm and Nightcrawler, and you finally have Logan on the cover there. So that one was pretty cool. I think that one was a deal. The next one, I think this one cost me $3. It's issue 117. It's not in that bad a condition outside of the fact that it's miscut pretty much top to bottom badly. As you can see, the top is missing some of. I don't think it's trimmed. It's not trimmed. It's just miscut because it's definitely the size it should be. So I don't know if that was intentional. I don't have anything to reference this to. I guess I could go online and look, but I thought that was one of the best deals. That was a few bucks. And then check this cover out. I really like this one. It's 119. Uncanny X-Men action cover. Everything's going on in this cover. Wolverine and Storm and Cyclops, Nightcrawler. Everybody's going nuts on that cover. So that's issue 119. Like that one. This was my favorite one I got. This one cost me $5. It's really cool looking. Issue number 126, and it's the title of the cover is In Search of Mutant X, and check out how the team's looking there, just busting out on that comic. This is a phenomenal comic right here. Love this cover. I mean, that's like poster stuff, like the full page art on this comic would definitely make a great wall poster. So I'm stoked about that. And then another one, nice action cover, is issue 128. This one cost me, I think this was one of the cheaper ones I got. It was a couple bucks, but not bad. I'll take it. Issue 128. That was cool. Next up was a Magneto cover. This is actually issue 150. So we've moved on quite a bit in the run. But check out that cover. This one really caught my eye, and I almost didn't pick anything up past that 128 issue. There was some really tore up stuff. It was like $1 or $2 that looked like the integrity of the comic was shot like rips all the way through. Big portions of the first 2 or 3 pages of the comics missing, including the cover. So I just passed on those. But then when I came to 150, this thing is in nice condition. I mean, this thing is in really nice condition. So I couldn't pass that up, and I believe that one was $5. And then I almost thought this one was a duplicate. Since I don't have a list of X-Men comics and I only have a few bronze, I probably have a handful of bronze total. But this one looked familiar to me, and I thought I might have it or whatever. And I don't know if I wanted to pay. I think this one cost me $5, so I didn't know if I wanted to pay up for one I thought I may have already had. But at the end of the day, you just got to pull the trigger. And I love the subject matter on the cover there. It's Wolverine in the brown costume. You can't go wrong with that. So stoked about that. And then the last one I picked up was issue 156. And I don't know what the hell is going on in this cover. I don't even like the artwork that much. I think Cyclops looks goofy. And I'm not 100% sure who Starjammers are. But you never know. I mean, it's got like a rat guy and these dudes with, laser guns or whatever. And then this lizard guy. I don't know. But that was the last one I picked up from the X-Men run. So not too bad. I think that one was $3. All right, moving on. Check this out. I'll go quickly through these. These are more easy to go through. Radioactive Man. I've seen this in a few hauls. This is like a 9.6 or above. Got it for $2. It was $4, half off, and it has a big poster inside. So I guess it's intact for what it originally came with, which is always good. I love that cover though. I don't know if it has any value whatsoever other than what I paid for it, but definitely cool comic. I was happy to pick it up. All right, next up, I was able to knock out like 6 more issues from my Millennium collection, and I got all of these for $1 to $3 at the most. Like this Wonder Woman was marked 6, perfect condition. Got that for $3, and that's the reprint of #1 in the Millennium edition. All of these I needed. I didn't dupe up on anything, which also made me happy. Next up, a couple bucks. I got the Wiz Comics. He had $4.50 on this, so I got it for $2.25, which is cool. Then I got Fun Comics 101. I think it's for Superboy, and this one cost me $1. All these are in near mint condition. Next up, DC introduces Heroes to the Silver Age. So not sure of the significance of this one yet. Haven't opened it up at all, but I got that one for $1.50. All right, The Spirit. Will Eisner's classic hero makes a solo comic book debut in, I guess it would be The Spirit #1. So that one cost me $2. And then this one, I still don't know what this one's all about. I believe it has Ditko artwork in it, which is cool. But it's DC Millennium showing it. I think it's a Silver Age Charlton comic. Oh yeah, there's Ditko's signature right there. So I had looked through this whole book. It's a decent looking story. I didn't follow it very well, so but it says an enigmatic hero makes his solo debut. I got that one for $1, and then I got this one for $1.50. World's Finest Debut, which is obviously the title that teamed up. It's a Superman comic, but it's the team up of Batman and Superman, and that's a reprint of Superman #76. Really cool. All right, next up, I got a couple of these Catwoman #13 with the Joker cover. They were $1.50. They had a Mark III, and I got them for $1.50. Picked them up. Got this for $1. It's Batwoman #1, New 52. Thought the cover was decent, so I thought for $1. They had $2 on it. Got it for $1. Undercover on stuff like significantly undercover on stuff like that. It's pretty cool. All right, so these next few books, I was stoked. I got these for $2 each. They had them marked at cover. Actually, I take that back. One of these cost me $3, but the rest of them cost me $2. So these were marked at cover. I got them half off. It's these villain covers that are like 3D. So I got the Penguin. I got the Riddler, which is a really cool looking cover. I actually saw this in a haul video recently. And I got the Bane. I got the Two-Face. I got that Ra's al Ghul. Look at that. That's pretty dope. And then this one cost me $3. They had 6 on it. It's the Joker, and it is awesome. Very eye-appealing cover. It jumps right out at you, actually. So, pretty cool. Definitely happy about that. So another thing I was able to do, and it's finally done, is I was able to complete my Batman New 52. The whole run, including annuals, is all complete now. So I picked up annual number 2 for $2. Picked up annual number 3 for $2. Picked up issue number 33 for $2.50. These were marked cover, and I got them half off, basically. This one, I didn't need this one, but I did not have the version of this cover, I believe. Or the cover I have actually has a mask wrapped around it. So picked it up anyways because they had it marked 3, and I got it for $1.50. That's Batman number 13. And then needed issue number 12. Banged that one out. And these were $2. Issue 11. Got that for $2. Issue 9. I think I paid $3 for this one. Issue 7, I believe that was $3. And then issue 6, they had $7.50 on this one, so I paid about $3.75 for that one. So cool, I love that cover. And then issue 4, they had $9 on this one, so I got it for $4.50. And then issue 2, they had it marked 15, as you can see there. And it was a wall book. I got it for 30% off. So I got just over $11 into issue number 2. And so that was it. That completed my Batman New 52. I'm all the way current with that. And that was a goal I had to complete by the end of the year. And we've had such a multitude of sales and such opportunity with the New 52 Batman stuff that I was able to bang it out. Next up, this is Batman issue number 321. I got this for $1.50. I just thought it was a cool Joker cover. Next up, found another one of these, Batman 359. It's got that awesome Killer Croc with all the villains on the cover there. I love this comic. This is the second one I have now, and this one cost me $2.50. They had a $5 price tag on it. And then next up, I think the only bronze, or yeah, I think this might be the only bronze Batman I bought that day. But it's a beautiful copy of issue 216. As you can see, condition's awesome on this. And Batman's busting through that window. Totally dig that. Look at Alfred's all jacked up. And it's called Angel or Devil. So I was happy about that. And then what I did next was took a run at my Frank Miller Daredevil. But they only had 2 issues I needed. I'm down to like maybe 4 or 5. And it's pretty much all the big ones. But issue 171 in phenomenal condition. They had $9 on it. I got it for $4.50. Couldn't believe that. I actually had looked through their Frank Miller stuff on Wednesday last week, and this wasn't in there. So they had just recently put this one in there. And then next up, issue 159. I was able to get this for $4.50 as well. And mark that off the list. Took a big run at Daredevil. I was telling you I hit the bronze pretty hard, and check this out. I picked up issue 86. Beautiful black bordered bronze cover. Got 91. Check out the cover on this one. That one's really cool. Get that for a couple of bucks. 83. This one cost me $3.50. Another beautiful bordered book. Another Black Widow. This one cost me a few bucks. It's issue 93. And then this might be my favorite bronze Daredevil I got that day. Issue 84. Check that out. It's a phenomenal book. I did get some silver Daredevil off the list that day. And there's some crunchy ones in here. But remember, I paid no more than I paid no more than $5 for any of these. And most of these, I paid $2 to $3 for on the real crunchy ones. They had anywhere from $3 to $4 marked on them. So that's issue 26 with the Stiltman. Banged out issue 31, Blind Man's Bluff. Check that out. Pretty dope cover. This one here cost me $1. And this was issue 32, extra crunchy. And then I picked up issue 35. It's got one of those cityscapes in the background that they did when they were, they put the color on the characters in front and then everything behind it was gray. I love these issues. This was one of my favorite ones that I picked up. This one cost me $5. It's Daredevil issue number 38. It's not bad. It actually has some. It was probably folded at one point, so it's got some wear down the middle there, like some scratches. It's got some spine ticks, but it's flat as can be. It's supple, and outside maybe a little fading on it. The letters are still white. All the color in the top left ad here looks great, and I was stoked about this one. Look at that Doom. Picked up issue 65, really decent condition. I think this one cost me $4. Issue 14, this one cost me $5. Detached cover. This cover is really ravaged down here, and then the staples popped here. But it doesn't show bad for as it, being as bad as it actually is, I guess. And as you can see, there's some wear in every corner. So. Next up, a slightly crunchy issue of Tales to Astonish 72, the $5 book, but I just love the Hulk on there. If I'm going to bang these off my list for $3 or $4 or $5, I'm doing it every time. Next up, Tales to Astonish, issue number 80. This was a really decent condition book for $5, and check out the pink background on the headshots up there. I thought that was kind of crazy. So, Submariner cover. Issue 86, Tales to Astonish, Submariner and the Hulk. It's got a full Submariner cover. And this was $4 or $5. Tales to Astonish 87, action cover with the Hulk. This was actually a really action-packed book. Leafed through this one. Fairly decent condition for what I paid for it. I think it was $3.50. But it has a massively rusted staple right here. And some of the rust is like worn off into the pages all the way through, so no big deal, a few bucks. And then they had $1 on this one. This is the most crunchy book of the month, and as you can see, there's not much left of some of this cover here. But they had $1 on it. I got it for 50 cents. It's just a filler, anyways. 71, Tales to Astonish. I thought this cover was pretty tight. Issue 79. I might have paid $4 or $5 for this one, but I love that cover. Check that out. That was pretty good. And then love this cover too. Tales to Astonish 83. Look at the Hulk with the all the artillery going off. It's pretty dope. I think that one was $5. And then we have issue 95. Another awesome looking Hulk cover. All kinds of stuff going on here. That's $5. Issue 91, Tales of Suspense. Iron Man. I love this stuff. And that one was $5. And then check this out. So I had Shogun Warriors on my list. Picked up that price variant with the black border price variant at the SatCon show. And then a few days later, find a beautiful, white letters. Everything on this book is dope. And I got this for $4. They had $8 on it. So I was stoked about that. I went ahead and picked it up. So I got 2 different versions of this now. After looking for it for 6 months, I find 2 in the same week. I'm still picking these up when I get them cheap. This is the Marvel Point 1 with the Kamala Khan. I think it's the first full appearance Kamala Khan. And they had 6 on them. I got those for $3 a piece. I believe I have 7 of these now, and I never paid more than $3 for any of them. So just put them away. Who knows what happened later. This was exciting for me because I do not have this comic yet, and they had 2 of them there, marked $8 a piece, in really good shape. So I got these for $4, and that's that iconic Secret Wars cover. And you can see the condition, man. These things don't have any spine wear whatsoever. Corners are sharp. Maybe the color's faded a bit, but these are dope comics for $4 each. Next up, I've been picking up that, I guess, what is that, late 80s Spider-Man run with McFarlane and Larson and Venom and all that. So I was able to get these for about probably average $3 or $4 a piece. Some were 2, some were 3, and I think one was 5. So at any rate, I got a 332, nice Venom cover. Got a 346, awesome Venom, awesome, love this cover. Got a 362, which is an early Carnage issue. and it's got Carnage and Venom on it. I thought that was dope. And then I picked up 2 copies of 363, and I believe these were $4.50 each. I think they had $9 on them. And that's got Venom, Carnage, and Spidey on it. I love that cover. All right, next up, I picked this up. This would cost me $10. It's X-Men number 8, and it's coverless. It's in beautiful condition, absolutely immaculate interior, and so I picked that up. I love my coverless comics. All right, next up off the wall, I picked up the first appearance of Silk in that Spider-Man number 4. This one cost me $11, and it's in literally immaculate condition. So I didn't have it, jumped on it. Just one of the wall books I took advantage of. Next up, found this in their back issue bin, and there wasn't too much Spider-Man I got my hands on that day. I'd actually done an awesome haul out of there for Spidey a couple weeks before that, but I got this 140 for $3.50. I thought it was awesome. Next up, issue 136. Got this one for $5. It was marked $9.90, so I got it for $4.80. And I love this cover. Just to me, this is an iconic bronze Spider-Man cover, the Green Goblin, and you've got Harry Osborn and Peter Parker at the bottom. I'm not sure if it's a key. There might be some significance to it, but I'm not sure. It's in mid-grade condition. Awesome deal for $5. One early bronze comic I found. I actually needed this one, issue 79. Got this marked off the list. Really decent condition. Was happy to find this one. It's got the Prowler. And then grabbed this off the wall. This one they had marked $18.99, so I got it 30% off of that. First appearance of the modern Black Widow. It's a decent looking book. Issue 86, Amazing Spider-Man. And then, one more Batman. Picked this one up. I think this one was $4 or $5. So it's issue 220. Pretty cool looking cover. Not a huge fan of the split images on the cover, but it's pretty dope. Put in the Batman collection. And I got 2 books off eBay. First book, this was one of those impulse buys. It only cost me, I think, $5 shipped. So I really liked the red on this. The cover is awesome to me on this. It's minimalistic, but definitely found it awesome with the colors and the different people on it. And then it just, like, the whole green, pink, red was just something that I found interesting. So it's a 12 centers, World Finest 176. And the story inside has awesome art. I mean, they really, with Supergirl and Batgirl and actually Batwoman, I think it is in there, and Batman and Superman, it has definitely cool interior art, so I was stoked to get this. And then the last book I picked up online, just because it was cheap, and I don't do CGC, guys, but I saw this comic at, and this is a PGX, mid-grade. I saw this comic on eBay, late one night, and I had just been to that show with Starlin, and never really paid attention to this comic before. First time I really saw it was at that convention, and I wanted to get a copy I could check out cheap, and they wanted like $20-25 for even the lower condition ones at that show. I think the price was inflated because Starlin was there, but got this one on eBay. It ended up costing me total $13 shipped, so I'll take it. And that's my weekly haul, and that's my A1 haul, guys. I hope you like it. Still got a big stack of 50-cent books here to get to that I think you guys will like in my next video. So, all right, Detroit Madman, peace.